Trying to see if the camera's going. There it is going. You know me. Anyhow, welcome to Friggin' Jeep. My name's John, and it's the day after my birthday party. And it was a great time. A lot of family came over, a lot of friends came over, and it was too much food that I ate. Anyhow, it's about 2 o'clock the next day, and I'm just barely getting going. Got to do some cleanup now. I got to clean this whole mess up. Everybody's cleared out. Even the wife ran away. She didn't want to be around an old man, I guess. Anyway, she went to some kind of old house showing over in Annapolis with a good friend of hers. So that's good. So she did 90% of the cleanup. I got a little bit left to clean up to do. Most of it's stuff that I do anyway. I will be putting away the picnic tables. They go around us, and putting up the chairs and putting the balls up on the porch and getting these chairs. Most of the chairs are already picked up. The fire's still going. I got to take the tables down and clean up the marshmallow stuff. And I guess you guys can't quite see. Still putting around a little bit with a fire. And I'll throw some more wood on it. We went through 1, 2, 3 baskets. So better than a half a cord of wood last night. And would have put a video on. But I don't think anybody cleared out till, well, most people cleared out around 10:30 to 11 o'clock, and it was a really good time. I had a great time. Toasted marshmallows, did everything you can imagine that you do at an outdoor party. So, and we even had more of those lights that flash that sent some out to Shifty. So, I'm about ready to do some cleanup. I'll be back when I'm closer to being done or feel like doing something else. We'll see ya. Bye-bye. Well, as we're getting a little later on in the day, can you see the shadow? A big sub-squatch or whatever you call it. Anyhow, I'm going to cut that into 3 pieces and play with that. Is all I'm trying to do is top off this basket over here, which is kind of, I don't know what kind of mixed wood. This was some of that wood that I took off the sawmill, but I just need a little bit here to top off, and then I can take it up by the boiler where I take all the wood. Uh-oh, there's a piece sticking out. I don't know if that'll go in or not. Yeah, escapee, man. Got it. Anyhow, that's all I'm trying to do is just top this, you know, and I think this little piece over here might be just the right amount. Just the right amount. Not sure. So I guess guys, I don't know how much minutes I got chewed up in time for a video, so I'll bring it along for a quick cut. I hope, he says. I got the fireplace still going, and I want to see what kind of what kind of wood this is. I mean, I know it's oak, but whether it's good or not. getting into a little bit better stuff there, but not much. I'll probably just take that up and throw it in the bonfire. And I think this log and that log came from the same source. Don't remember. I'm gonna take that up and load it in there. This piece I just cut over here, that's white oak. That's pretty solid all the way through. That was County gave me that. I think I'll cut a couple pieces off that for the bonfire too. While you're here, give you something to watch the old guy work. I found a turtle. Yeah, this stuff here is dry. This is poplar here. It don't mean a whole lot to me, but those chunks there, they burn up real nice in the bonfire. I got a feeling that's dry. I think even as dead as that oak is, though, I bet it comes up high on the moisture meter. I don't really care about the white oak that I cut, because that's going to sit till hopefully next year. I think that poplar is pretty dry. I can stab it in the end. I think you're looking down here still. I can stab it in the end. It doesn't make much difference. It's on hold. 20. 19. That'll be good. Just for the heck of it while the white oak's here. 41. Now, while we're playing, because that's all I feel like doing today, now that I'm an old geezer, this was, I guess this is the end here. Now this dead been sitting here forever, off the scale at 40. But the bonfire doesn't care if you get, you can burn wet wood. I wouldn't burn it in my boiler, but in the bonfire, because it's got unlimited oxygen, it'll burn. And we'll show you later. Bye-bye. Well, can you hear in the background? I'm just in a play around mood. Look what I opened up. I uncovered it, and it started. So we'll see what we can do with this thing. That's a pretty good spot for you. Maybe it needs to be maybe I need to be further back, I'm not sure. I guess you saw I had 2 hearts in it. This next piece is nothing but knots. Oh my goodness. I don't think it did too bad. Let me turn the gas off here. It's been a while. I'm not used to working that low. That was a pretty gnarly piece at the end. That's the only thing that I don't really care about this splitter, and I think I can fix it. This thing goes back, returns automatically, or whatever you want to call it, self-cycle or whatever. It does it with levers. Okay, there's all sorts of goofy levers here. This switches it from high speed to low speed. It's a single speed pump. But I think I can bring this up. I don't think you can get it. You got it. This thing, I think, shifts forward. I got to look at it a little bit closer. But I think I can bring it up another 2 inches. And yeah, I am starting to crack out there a little bit. I have to take down Jeffrey's. Jeffrey saves me all the time. Anyway, that's the box I found for the cover. Works good. I'm going to bring that crate, are you getting dizzy, over to here, because I'm not carrying that all over, and some of it might not fit in there. But pretty neat. Way ahead of its time. It goes back to idle if you watched it, or if you missed it. It goes back to idle as soon as it does its return. It does not return from pressure. It returns from linkage. So it doesn't care what it gets in. It's going through it. You don't have to. If you notice the new splitters, you got to push them back and push them back and push them back, or hold the lever on for it to go through so it doesn't auto cycle by its under pressure. The other thing that I was pushing over here, you can't quite see, but you can set this to any length you want. Now right now I got a piece on there because this is a little bit wore down. I got to do something to it to make it. I don't know what's quite, not quite. It's just kind of wore down is what it is. But when it hits this thing here, that's when it stops. So is all I'm doing, and this is spring loaded. You can see the spring maybe you can see back there, but right now it's got pressure on it. So if I kick that down, it'll go back. It'll go back all the way because it goes back with springs. Now I'm gonna hit this, knock that down. Normally you can hit it with your foot. Oops. Guess you gotta hit it, don't you? What do you want for an old geezer? Maybe I can do it better with my left hand. Nope, can't do it no better with my left hand, can I? Oh, lordy. There it goes. And now it goes back to full stroke. So you can set this at anything you want, and then as long as you leave it there, so you got one piece. See there, you can see it's spring loaded. Now it's gonna go out a full stroke and come back and stop exactly where you had it set. So if you had it set at, 12-inch pieces or 16-inch pieces or 18-inch pieces or 24-inch pieces, plus the wedge on this, like I said, is adjustable. Is all you do is take these out and move them up. This one's the same. You can see this one's a little bit better. See this slicing it. This one's got a 4-inch one on it. That one's got, it looks like 2 2s on it. Maybe this is 6 inches. Okay, here's a 4 and a 2. Let's see what this one's got. That's a 4 and a 2 also. So they're both set. I guess that's preset. And that's another one just like this one. I had an accidental double buy, and I don't know why they don't get together and have little ones. Boy, that sure make me happy. Anyhow, that's going to conclude this show. Look at this. Why would he put it on upside down? That's been there probably been there for over a year. I don't think he put it on when he was up visiting. He's a good guy. Log cabin, firewood. Go up and check Jack out. Good guy. Oh, getting up. All right, I'm going to start that beast up, come over, pick this wood up, and get it into that crate, top it off, and take it up and put it away. Bye-bye. Well, the party is over update. I got all cleaned up. It's probably 3:30, 4 o'clock. I got no idea. And moving slow, can't really get into anything. But we got her all cleaned up. Everything's gone except for the bonfire and my happy birthday sign. I left that up. So that's what's going on. Now I'm going to go down there and play in the garden a little bit. I've brought you around in the past for that, but and I want to show you something that I think is kind of interesting but very sad. So stick around. Well, here's another minute update. Working on the boiler, the door cover, insulated door cover. I've gotten moving a little bit along, not very fast. I got to put a little bit of stuff on, let it dry, and then go over top of it. And I gotta tighten these corners up here a little bit so it'll slide in. This is sticking out too far, and yeah, I get it. I should put a new piece in here, but I don't have enough to put a piece in there, so that's why I'm not putting a piece in there. And this is I think this is the top. I'm pretty sure this is the top. That might be the bottom. I don't remember. It's been so long. So that's what I'm working on. Now I'm going to go down and saw a little wood. Be back in a bit. Well, this is kind of what's left of the garden. It's just about all done out. There's still some little tomatoes over there. I don't know if they're any good. But now it's get the fence up. Because you got to put a fence up to keep the daggone deer out. That's not too much. You just get these little aluminum things here, and they just work by hand. And the reason I take the fence up is then I get in here with a tiller. And if you get here with a tiller and you come to the end of the row, you have a hard time turning around or getting up close if you got a fence there. Oh, there's one more at the bottom. I don't know if I got you guys in there. But I'll get the fence down and I'll roll it up and bring you back for an update, and then show you me pulling the posts out. Oh, there's another one of those clips down there too. Anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit for an update. And the next thing I do is pull the posts out. Not too hard. I got this post hole puller for I think 20 bucks or something like that. And they come out about that quick. It's easier than bringing the bobcat down or anything like that. And That's about how hard it is. It ain't too rough. But it does take time. Well, that one's a little tough one. You gotta put this in there so it doesn't pull a lot of dirt, but there's so much stuff there. That one's a little stiffer. But it's not undoable. And I just go down the row. It's pretty exciting. A day in the life of a nitwit. Anyhow, you got to put the fence up, and you got to keep the stupid deer out. And then you also got to double fence it. I don't know if you guys remember, I had wood crates that were here, 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 here. That's because this is a 5-foot fence, 4-foot fence, I don't know, whatever it is, but they'll bounce right over it, not even think about it. But if you make it a little bit more difficult for them, they won't do it. But then the other problem is, you don't need to see me pull any more of those out. This is that old farm fence stuff. I don't know what it is. It's just something somebody gave me. Actually, my neighbor Jim gave it to me years ago. It's got about 6-inch squares in it. You can see here where it's all double fenced, because they'll stick their heads through there and grab a vine, and they'll just drag it out. They'll just drag it out till you wouldn't believe. And then if they got little spikes on their heads, then they tear this up. And they'll probably tear some of this up. Now I don't take that fence down. I put one row around there and one row around there. This is about 8 foot high. And this is where the potatoes were. The potatoes, I had some good potatoes this morning for breakfast. Had hash browns, cut them up. So I'm gonna pull the rest of these out, and is all I do. I shouldn't even take them that far. I just take them over to that barn right there and put them in the corner. Don't know why I even take them that far. I should probably just lean them against there, but that's what I do, because I'm a nitwit. All right. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to kind of get into next. Be back in a bit.